I find those parents very irresponsible who make their presence mandatory in matters where they actually have no say, no reason to be present. The man is there, the woman is there, and both are adults, and they will decide on their own matters. What is anybody else doing in this scheme of things? Now, obviously, if you want advice, you can respectfully seek advice. That is one thing. But it is another thing to be obliged to have a mediator or a governor or a decider. Are you getting it? And once you accept that kind of mediation or outsourcing, I do not think you have the right to complain. There are so many men in the world of so many types. A lot of them would naturally be lustful, given the kind of people we are. How are you obliged to bear the gaze of the lustful ones? If you come across a lustful one, what do? You walk away. Now you stand in front of that person and he is ogling and staring and measuring your body with his eyesight, and you still keep standing there right in front of him, and then you complain, why are men like this? Why are men like this? Men will be men, when women will be women. Why don't you simply walk away? We can start a program of social reformation, obviously. We can start a program to civilize the men folk, obviously. But when you are encountering a man who is measuring you mostly by the shape and size and attractiveness of your body, then that's not the point to keep engaging with that man. Disengage. Look elsewhere. Start walking. There's no point in complaining. There are so many of them. Pick and choose. Commodities. Aloo, potatoes. What do you do when you come upon a rotten one? You just toss it away. You pick another one, right? You do not go to the Ministry of Agriculture and start proposing a way to have better potatoes. All that can happen in due course. But first of all, you pick up a rotten potato or a fruit or whatever it is. Then you embrace it for life. And you keep cooking. There is no point. One thing that all wisdom is founded on is your right to choose. You have the right to choose. Why then must you act as if you are under compulsion? Nobody can force your hand. Remember your right to choose. Always take the onus of your life on yourself. The responsibility is all yours. I could have gone into and launched myself into a long lecture on what kind of stupidity this horoscope matching thing is, and it is absolutely nonsensical to think of Manglik and whatnot, but I'll not talk of that. Why must I talk of that? If there is something you do not condone, if there is something that you do not accept or like, reject it. Simple. There is no need to even justify it to others. There is no need to even, first of all, try to correct that thing. Let the society believe in horoscopes. If you know all that is stupidity, just silently walk past that thing. An educated woman acting helpless and choiceless is not a pretty sight to behold. You are a human being. You are a consciousness with choice. And you have been empowered internally with education and externally with laws. This country works on rule of law. And the laws are very, very favorable to women. In fact, men complain that the laws are actually too favorable to women. So you are educated. You have the support of laws. Why are you acting so dull and helpless now? Rise, exercise your choice, and live a free life. And external freedom, even if it's guaranteed by law, will not be of much use if you are internally still enslaved. Enslaved by custom, tradition, emotions, ignorance. That's what happens with a lot of educated women as well. Highly educated, yet internally uneducated. So they do not know their own emotions. PhDs from the topmost universities of the world, Indian women. And yet internally they live in an emotional darkness. A darkness they have never bothered to penetrate with the light of wisdom. What is the result? Suboptimal decisions in life, influenced decisions in life, destroyed careers, bad kind of relationships, irreversible bondages, not entirely irreversible, but difficult to tackle. Why? Because there was education in terms of a degree, there is economic opportunity, there is legal support. Yet internally she was still what women have always been since centuries. Yet internal freedom can come only from self-knowledge. That's Adhyatma, that's wisdom. That's Vedant. I'm fond of saying spirituality is the best friend of a girl. That alone can empower her and give her wings.